at Tiff yet again. Sorry, I have to censor the title because YouTube will demonetize me if I don't. I might still get demonetized for this, but you know, whatever. I'm about that life. Anyways, I was at the world premiere of Nightbitch starring Amy Adams. It's about a stay-at-home mom who's convinced she's slowly turning into a dog based off the novel of the same name. There was some Oscar buzz surrounding this movie, you know, including from myself, especially after Amy Adams' TIFF Tribute Award, which has been a good indicator of Oscar love. But after a recent trailer release that may have underwhelmed people to say the least, Nightbitch has become one of the more curious titles this year. Well, I saw it the other day and I thought it was solid. Better than the trailer. This movie is an unsubtle view at motherhood and parenting. Amy Adams plays a stay-at-home mom, as mentioned, who used to be an artist but gave that up when she gave birth. And to the movie's credit, I think it is a very well-intentioned and frankly smarter movie than the premise would suggest. It really illustrates the struggles and sacrifices of being a mom in particular, something that frankly you take for granted when you're a kid. I mean, when I was a kid, I remember my mom as like the strongest person alive. I mean, I still do, but you know, I never even really think about her own struggles when I was younger. And the thing that I probably like the most about this movie is how completely vulnerable and open it is. Like the fact that sometimes as a parent and especially a mom, you have those moments where you legitimately just don't want to do anything. Like you need a break. No spoilers, obviously, but there is a question, you know, kind of surrounding the movie and in the movie about, you know, do you regret having kids? And I think, you know, all things normal, most parents would, you know, never even think of, you know, answering such a question or even think like that because they'd be like, no, that's reflecting bad on myself. But I love how totally honest the movie was about that question, and it really makes you reflect in a certain way about that. And I think that's like the brilliant part of this movie, because, you know, most parents love their kid unconditionally, but also acknowledging the absolute insanity and miracle of raising a kid. Like maybe you don't regret having a kid, but you would do things differently back then, or at least talk about it more with your partner, be better prepared. It really goes through that. Amy Adams is great here, selling the internal struggles in her mind while also being just a completely warm mother to her kid, no matter the situation. There's some narration from her as well, and even those moments work for me, which, you know, I'm not a huge fan of narration sometimes. And as one can imagine, it is a fully committed performance, just real excellent work. But make no mistake, this movie is very strange. It's a lot of different things at once. It's a comedy, there's moments of surrealism, there's dark moments, there's family drama, it's a whole charcuterie board. And my main problem with this movie is just that. There's so many different and interesting ideas in here, but in such a short movie. You know, this movie's only about 98 minutes long, 99 minutes long. It can't do all of them that well. I know it's pointless to talk about what you wish a movie would do versus judging what it is, but I think the movie would have worked better if it kind of just chose one or two of those ideas and really went for it that way. Because whether it's the darker moments or the more broad comedy moments or the family drama moments, they are good in the movie, don't get me wrong. But since it has to go through so much in a short amount of time, I feel like you don't sit there long enough to really soak it in. And since the movie is paced very well and moves with energy, but again, those tonal shifts can be a little jarring and it can feel out of place. So a lot of it can end up feeling a little half-baked, which is a shame. I guess I just felt that it started to lose its edge as it went on. It kind of lost some of that bite that I thought it had. Because while I do think the script of this movie is pretty sharp, as it went along, it kind of just felt like it got less. I know this movie has been somewhat divisive already, and I'm very interested to see what general audiences think of this. But it did make me appreciate a lot of the aspects that you don't really think of when you're just a kid and you're not thinking about the parents. So I do appreciate that, and I think this movie is special in that way. I still enjoyed my time with it, albeit I have some problems, but I do think this is definitely worth a watch, whether or not you like it. Nightbitch, 3.5 stars. I'm a dog person myself, so, you know, I like the dogs in here. Love that. What kind of dog would I be? Probably an annoying ass one, low key.